Hello, everyone, and welcome to LUTI Tonight. This is the last cast of the season. Can you believe it?
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Yeah, my name is Severino, and I'm here joining me today with the one, the only Dr. Meowser. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Tired, but I'm great. You know, with the final week and a half of the semester kicking in, I'm really losing it. Like, I'm trying to push it through. Just gotta keep it one step at a time.
I feel that. I feel that. Well, hopefully these teams aren't tired as we are getting into our first game. On Tasteless, we have Pilot, an Engineer, Besco Vibes, Echo, and Third.
Ooh.
Um, and on
Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
no worries. Sorry. And on Like Effect, we have Corey, Misha, Daniel, Aaron, and Summer Guy. Summer Guy? I don't know, but it's trademarked, so seems legit.
Yeah. Yeah. This will be like our very final game, our very final division, our very final division, final set of LUTI, which is very sad, but at the same time though exciting. For both Tasteless and Lake Effect, but also very sad at the end. But anyways, we got game number one started, and that is going to be Urchin Underpass Splat Zones. What do we see in both these comps, Meowser?
I'm noticing the Slosher, the Dynamo, the Wiper, and the Blue Dapples, which is a spicy pick on the side of Tasteless. Meanwhile, on Lake Effect side, we have the V-Shot, the N-Zap, the Custom Blaster, and that Mint Decav.
Yeah, I definitely was expecting a Dapple, especially since that weapon is so favorable for Urchin Underpass zones, or even the map in general. But anyways, wow, what a crazy explosive start in the zone here. But Tasteless has the upper hand, getting an early wipeout, and we're gonna see them trying to push in and trying to dominate as much control as they can.
Yeah, they're piling up all their specials here, which already takes down 2 on Lake Effect. Lake Effect does have their cooler out, but unfortunately it was after 2 of them already went down. So they're gonna have to win this fight to get out, which it looks like they might since the Dynamo is left alone in the middle of that zone there.
Yeah, and the Dynamo's doing an incredible job just surviving as much as they could, just making sure that just staying on the ledges to whenever like one of the members of Lake Effect try to jump out. But unfortunately though, even with the support that they and the anchoring that they could, they unfortunately did go down as well as their other members, resulting in Lake Effect having the upper hand in capturing the zone and trying to push up into the plat area of Tasteless.
Yeah, looks like now the shoe is on the other foot as Lake Effect is pushed up in that court area. However, Tasteless does manage to get a cap with those tri-strikes, which can be pretty hard to play around on this stage because that zone is so small.
Yeah, that's the one thing that sometimes we tend to underestimate whenever we play in Urchin zones because of how small the square is. Or I don't know if it's a square, but we'll pretend it is a square. But anyways, we do see Tasteless being able to successfully retake their zone. And now things are kind of being neutral right now, but as I say that, the Dynamo was able to get a pretty cool pick on both the decap as well as the zap here. They are doing an incredible job, not only like surviving, but also just being such a good anchor for Tasteless.
Yeah, with the penalty points out, this is looking pretty dangerous. Yeah, that Reap Slider trading out that special. The members of Lake Effect do manage to get the cap, but they're still pretty staggered, like only 2 of them still up on the zone.
Yeah, I do want to like highlight there that the both the Wiper and the and the Dapples were absolutely just jumping in. Like, even though like they are one of those weapons that tend to like, just go in, but they definitely are doing just incredible work in not only just like um taking out their opponents, but just being a skirmisher and just giving them the element of surprise, which is really putting Tasteless in their favor right now.
Yeah, I think that's a strategy that can work really well on this map. Although, as I say that, they do go 3 down. But earlier, Besco was just all up in their face in their spawn, getting 3 down. And the map is so big that like stalling them from getting back to the point can be very powerful. We see the strikes out again, and the Reef Slider getting that cap and adding back penalty to Lake Effect.
Yeah, all Lake Effect has to do is to have a good positioning in when on defense, as well as making sure to keep an eye out on the flank here from Vesco here. And sure enough, they are trying to retake the zone, but unfortunately, though, they did get caught by AA Ron. Very good awareness there from Lake Effect here. I think they are definitely hearing me as probably empaths. But yeah, they are doing an incredible job just having that awareness and having that strong positions here. Absolutely just surviving just doing as much as they can and surviving. Everything is going into neutral here. An incredible double there.
The lead flip!
Oh, oh my god. What a clutch. Absolute clutch from Lake Effects.
Yeah, just at the very last second coming from behind, even though those strikes and the Reef Slider came out, they were unfortunately not quite synced with each other in a way that could flip the zone. And yeah, as we can see, that kind of worked out in Lake Effect's favor. Just keeping the zone in without penalty.
Yeah, and I think like they started to. I think at some point they were able to now figure out what Tasteless is trying to do. As I mentioned, like they had two skirmishers, the Wiper and the Dapples. Like, even though they are skirmishers, they always give the element of surprise by just giving the sneak attack on Lake Effect. But I think like immediately once after they capture the zone, they start to have that awareness, and yeah, it really showed at the final points remaining here. And yeah, honestly, like both teams definitely are showing like some of their strengths and weaknesses, and I definitely have a feeling as to what we're going to be expecting in the next couple of games here.
Yeah, definitely. Lake Effect kind of pulled through in the end there, but it was a pretty even match until that point, the zone going back and forth. Yeah, with the Wiper and the Dapples, I can kind of see, like you said, what Tasteless is going for, and flanks can be very powerful if one of those members gets behind Lake Effect and takes them all out, but unfortunately, as we also saw, like when one of them kind of goes for the flank on their own, and Lake Effect had the awareness to like turn around and collapse on Besco there, that is kind of a large risk that if it doesn't work out, it can be a bit devastating, as we saw at that game.
Yes, and as we wait for both teams to get ready up, or actually, they are already readying up for the game number 2, which is going to be Clan Blitz on, I believe, Barnacle and Dime. Yes. We may expect a couple of changes, but I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, never mind. I take that right back. What do we see here, Meowser, with the comps both these teams are running?
Looks like it's mostly the same, with Besco switching to that Gal instead of the blue Dapples, and I see the Lake Effect is actually going coolerless with that sticker stamper and the vanilla splash coming out.
Yeah, very notable picks there. But anyways, as we can see here, things are kind of looking very neutral between both these teams. But as I say that there, Lake Effect having the strong advantage here. We do see Besco trying getting into Lake Effect's plat here, but they do get taken down here. But I think that worked out because it was a good distraction, letting all of the members of Tasteless to go back in to retake their plat in mid.
Yeah, it's almost been a minute in, and every time it looks like one team kind of has the numbers advantage. They go a couple down, and everything evens out, and we haven't really been able to move past this mid area. I say that, but now we got the wipeout, and Tasteless gets the first score.
Yeah, very incredible wipeout again from Tasteless. I definitely am sensing that we're going to be getting like an immediate wipeout from Tasteless these upcoming games, but getting a bit off topic here. We do see that they are already at 35 points remaining, make that 32. Ninja Nar. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. I'm so sorry, but they are trying to be like, obviously the skirmisher and just distracting while the rest of Tasteless tries to go in. And same thing for Besco. Like both of them are just absolutely just doing an incredible job just skirmishing. But that is the end of the push though, with 9 points remaining. Wow, an incredible push from Tasteless.
Yeah, that is definitely nothing to sneeze at. With 3 minutes left, doesn't look like there's too many clamps for Lake Effect, but they do kind of pick 2 down on Tasteless. We'll see if they can kind of stay alive here and continue to collect those clams.
Yeah, and Chu is just trying to throw off the members of Tasteless here. They did while also trying their best to survive. After all, they are a support player, and we did see them activate a crab there to enable the members of Lake Effect to go in. And unfortunately, though, I think there might have been something happened along the way, as they don't have enough clams right now, and they kind of just went in without having a power clam ready for a push, and sure enough, this does result in them getting taken out, and Tasteless just reclaiming mid and trying to go for a potential push.
Yeah, we see those specials coming out here. Lots of trades going back and forth, but all those trades do tend to favor Tasteless, who has such a strong lead right now. Like, if they can just keep going in and trading out the members of Lake Effect, they might never get close enough to getting in that score.
And I do want to highlight there that Besco, obviously just doing gal things and just being a distraction, and they are just on an absolute rampage here. Every time whenever they go in the area of Lake Effect, always just throwing them off and just being a distraction, just letting the rest of the members of Tasteless to go in. Yeah, this is definitely something that Lake Effect really has to keep in mind. Just have that awareness like they had it in Urchin Zones.
Yeah, it looks like they managed to get a couple down, but maybe Tasteless was coolered up or something, because they're back. They're back, and with only 50 seconds left, even scoring 2 power clams like they have right now, it's not going to be enough to switch the lead.
Oh, and it looks like right when you say that, Meowser, the members of Lake Effect were able to get some crucial picks here. Daniel was able to get a huge pick on the Dynamo, and we see Corey in the spawn area of Tasteless. Unfortunately, though, I think they got a bit. I think it just wasn't enough to continue the push going. But wait, Ju has another power clam. We're gonna see if they're gonna get another potential push going, and certainly they are. But they really have to have a lot of clams in order to flip the lead here, Meowser.
Yeah, but oh well, I say that, but they are going down. Yeah, that could have been really, really scary for Tasteless. If they just had kept that basket open, with the way they were doing a really good job of keeping Tasteless pushed back into their spawn, like they could have gotten the lead if they got some lucky clam spawns. But Unfortunately, it just wasn't quite enough at the end there, even though they did get that basket open again, and we see the first win in the favor of Tasteless, tying up that score.
And again, yeah, we're just noticing the strengths and weaknesses that both these teams demonstrated in Urchin Zones earlier. Like, I think it was mainly Ninjar. Hopefully, I pronounced that correctly still. And even Besco. Like, both of them are being the true skirmishers and just really being the distraction for them. And yeah, and I think it's really just having that awareness. Like, they got to keep that awareness going. Lake Effect. Um, yeah, like, I don't know. I definitely am sensing that we may see a potential like game 9 on the way. You know, with how these teams are playing, because both of them are just really showing off their strengths and weaknesses. Like right now.
Yeah, they're both really on point. We saw some really nice fights from both teams. I mean, I know for a lot of it, Tasteless was kind of in their face, like keeping them pinned back for quite a while, but you know, they did also get those wipeouts towards the end, or like near wipes, which was that, you know, at first I thought like, oh, they got it down to 9, the game is over, but they got really, really close at the end there.
Yeah, I really kept my hopes up in seeing that push going, but yeah, unfortunately though, I think they just didn't have enough clams. I think 2 members had to go and fetch more clams while the rest were trying to do whatever it takes to defend the basket as they could. But anyways, we are heading straight to game number 3, which is tower control on Inkblot Art Academy. Do you think we may see some potential comp changes?
I do wonder about that, because I do see that there's... Okay, never mind. I take that back. Looks like both teams are sticking with the same comp. That blaster is going to be pretty scary here, because not only, you know, can it blast everyone on the tower at once, you know, there's also all these corners and decks and ledges for the blaster to work around.
Yeah, Daniel is definitely going to be having a wonderful time here, and as I say that, they are definitely having the time of their life. But we see Ninja just sharking in and giving the surprise hammer, taking down 3 members of Lake Effect here, and thanks to them, they are able to allow Tasteless to go in and capture and start a push going in the tower.
Yeah, it's... You know, I was really scared when Engineer was the last one up, but with those hammers, wow, he really flipped the script there. He's already in their bats with that hammer again.
Yeah, like, I think we may see some crazy hammers coming in for them, but anyways, we do see the push still going on strong for Tasteless here. It's all really up to Lake Effect to really try to do something, because Tasteless is already in the final checkpoint here. But I think thanks to the usage of specials from them, they are just doing an incredible job, just keeping themselves alive, and just pressuring the members of Tasteless out, and sure enough, they are able to get a wipe out.
Yeah, that's a wipe, but the members of Tasteless are already back in mid, with 2 picks on the side of Lake Effect. That side, Lake Effect serves it right back with 3 down. Ninja is still here, kind of drawing a lot of their attention, but he's perhaps wisely jumps out. And they're already past the first checkpoint.
We see the Booyah coming in from AA Ron, and this did enable Daniel to go in and capture bats, and that was honestly some really good like special coordination from them. Like, they just were able to like create a chemical effect, or a chemical chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to better say it. But I think unfortunately though, Tasteless were holding very strong in their position, in their defense, and they are able to get a wipeout on their end. And yeah, I think they are ready to keep this push going. But you gotta be careful, especially with how snowbally Inkblot Tower can be.
Definitely. And with Vesco having this active flow aura here, he's gonna. Oh, okay, never mind. They got him out.
I think it's the commentator's curse at its finest.
Definitely. But still, pushing the tower into Lake Effect spawn onto their side means that it has that much farther to go if they want to, start getting points on the board again. With Pilot and Ninja in these bets, maybe they're getting sent back to spawn, but that's just stalling Lake Effect from getting this tower. It's back to mid now, but they still have quite a bit of a ways to go for it to get back to 42, let alone the third checkpoint as they go 2 down.
Yeah, and thankfully though they are able to break the second checkpoint. They just really have to do all they have to do is just have as much of their teammates like spread out. But unfortunately though, I think Ninjar was just being a distraction by just getting them off like the side of just being a distraction on the tree area. And I think that's what happened. All the members of Tasteless just went in and really pushed Lake Effect off. And I do want to highlight earlier about that crab canceled from Ninjar. I don't know if anyone noticed that, but that was an incredible cancel there on Ninjar's part.
Yeah, Tasteless goes 2 or 3 down, but they had cooler, so they're back. With only like 18 seconds left, it's looking harder and harder for Lake Effect to break back in, considering this mid area is all blue.
Yeah, and with only 5 seconds remaining here, all they have to do is just try to push up to the tower. But unfortunately, their Lake Effect, I think we're just stalling out for a bit, not letting any of the members. Oh wait, did I say Tasteless or Lake Effect? I think I got caught confused there for a moment.
Oh, we get what you mean.
Yeah, Tasteless were the ones that stalled it out and it took out the members of Lake Effect as they were trying to get to the tower. That's how I was supposed to say it.
Yeah, popping those strikes means that the members of Lake Effect couldn't even get close to that tower. Well, here's some more of that hammer action. Fans of Ultra Stamp rejoice as Ninja takes out member after member with all these stamps.
Yeah, I think like definitely we noticed like a little bit more of the strengths coming in from Tasteless here. I think like overall though, like I think both I feel like from what I could tell, they have one specific member that thrives in a specific map mode. Like we saw Besco in Barnacle Clams, like they were the ones that just threw off the members of Lake Effect. But this time we have I believe Ninjar just absolutely just being the distraction and just coming in crazy with the hammer kills and everything. So yeah, like that was honestly some incredible work there from both of them. But yeah, what do you think that Lake Effect has to do in order to try to succeed in getting oh thank you Jorian for letting me know on that. It's Ninja Near. But anyways, yeah, what do you think that Lake Effect has to do in order to get more successful games in the future?
I think it might be a matter of just like being more aware that Ninja is here in the corner and he wants all your attention. Maybe just like knowing when to collapse and when not to be distracted could be very beneficial to them. However, 2 members go down right in the beginning, and That's only Corey left. However, it's now a final 1v1 Pilot versus Corey, and Corey is the one who comes out on top.
Yeah, amazing survivability from Corey, able to finish up the job on taking out the members of Tasteless here, and I think Daniel is continuing the legacy of Corey's domination here. And they already have the Bubbler Blaster ready, but Besko's Reef Slider was just shut down. A few of the just shut down not only the Bubbler but a potential push going. But goodness me, it looks like Lake Effect are still keeping this push alive.
Yeah, they did get a little bit stalled out by those strikes, but they still, they're still living. They're still here. Unfortunately, not able to grab it before that timer runs out, but with that first point gone, next time they'll just be able to pick it up and start sprinting.
Yeah.
Corey takes out 2 again. Going for a third. And gets the trade.
Ooh. I was actually kind of worried there for a moment there for Lake Effect. I thought they were going to. I thought that they were because most of them all got taken down. We thought that we were going to see a potential push coming in from Tasteless, but they did remain strong. And I guess now that I say that now, it seems like Tasteless is now able to take most of the control, but oh my god, what is with me and my commentator cursing right now? I think I'm definitely, losing it at this point, but there we go. We finally noticed a wipeout coming in from Tasteless here. Yeah, that was... Yeah, I don't know if that was just me, Meowser, but I feel like that entire, 3 minutes felt like a scrappy fight there.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of trades going on, but now Tasteless takes the lead. I think they do manage to get them out of their plat, but I don't think... I think the problem is that... Well, not the problem, but they have 2 bubbles, which can be really powerful for getting past these certain tricky areas, but it is also a bit difficult to work with in that it doesn't give you a lot of tools when it comes to moving forward. But they get it. And that is a 1-point lead flip. Engineer has this nasty hammer again, though. So we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that despite the lead flip there, this is Barnacle and Humpback Rainmaker, where no lead is safe here. Even though they got the 1-point lead, though, I feel like it's still gonna be not enough for them to consider it to be safe, even though no lead is safe. But knowing Lake Effect, and I think they're the ones that are now sending one player to distract either Daniel or Corey. They're the ones that are setting up the tempo, and even Ron as well. Both of them are 3 of them are just doing an incredible job here, just being the distraction and causing so much havoc. And sure enough, we see Corey just taking out 2 members and potentially 3, but one of them jumped out to safety.
Yeah, he may have survived with his special charge, but that is, he still had to get sent back. With the Rainmaker firmly on their side now, and with the members of Tasteless going down, it might be hard for them to get things going back up.
Certainly. And yeah, we see the strikes coming in. We do see most of the specials being used at them, but whenever they try to pressure the members of Lake Effect, there's always one player that just gives the element of surprise, and I think it's mainly Corey that's just doing incredible work with the 52 gal, and sure enough, with them just being an incredible having that a defensive wall there, one of the members was able to collect the Rainmaker, and game number 4 is in the favor of Lake Effect.
Yeah, Corey has been really killing it on the gal, so I wonder if she's gonna stay on it as we go forwards. The score is now 2-2, so it's looking neck and neck. Um, do you have any thoughts on what might have gone differently that time? Like, what do you think it was that, kind of helped them turn things around in this game?
I think it might have been the comp changed for Lake Effect. I think they are I think they wanted to change things up a little bit, and I think Corey just picked up the 52 gal and just was able to like do incredible work, just throwing off the members of Lake Effect and or of Tasteless, and yeah, I think that what also might have happened is they also are starting to sense a bit of a pattern that that Tasteless is doing, so they might have thought, why not we do the same thing like they do? Just throw them off and having one player be a distraction, and yeah, I feel like those could be two factors, but yeah, I'm not too sure. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they did a good job of kind of collapsing on the members of Tasteless who are kind of trying to pick at them from the sides.
Mhm.
I think that really helped them kind of keep those numbers up, but also of course Corey waking up and choosing violence, that does help. That does help. It is really
Mhm.
crucial in being the last member up in that final 1v1 in the fight in the beginning. Yeah, I was a bit surprised because with two bubbles, I had initially thought that, with the Tri-Strikes, the Reef Slider, and the Ultra Stamp, I feel like those are generally specials that are pretty good against bubbles, right? I was like, oh no, they're gonna get like instantly cancelled, but it didn't seem to really hold them back at all.
Yeah, I think from what I could tell, they were carefully making sure not to use bubblers whenever like the Reef Slider or the strikes come out. So I think they were keeping that awareness going. But anyways, game number 5, which is Mako Zones. And yeah, I don't see a whole lot of changes, except Corey is now sticking with the 52 gal, and I think she was coming back to the Splash-O-Matic.
Yeah, and Aaron has that Booyah Bomb here. Looks like the shoe is actually on the other foot now. I
Oh.
think we've been seeing Tasteless win a lot of the first fights in the previous games, but now it's Lake Effect who's all up in their business.
Yeah, that is yeah, what a crazy turnaround. Yeah, this kind of feels like a plot twist of a movie for some reason. I don't know if you agree on that, but I certainly felt like it is. But yeah, we do see yeah, they are just absolutely like on a rampage just in the spawn area. Vesco trying to push up, able to take it down too, and yeah, like already, Lake Effect is already on 37 points remaining here, and we still see them just like continuing, like just giving the element of surprise.
Yeah, definitely. This whole mid area is looking pretty green. Looks like Tasteless has those strikes online, but oh, okay. Well, they didn't need the strike to win that fight. uh, there might be a nasty punish right here, as it's Tasteless' first opportunity to really push and get back what they were given.
Yeah, and they all have their coolers out, so no matter what happens, though, they will come back with cooler regardless. Here, we see the strikes coming out. I think it's just mainly for just throwing.
No, but
DC.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, what were the rules again? Oh, okay. um, Yeah, honestly, I was going to mention about like how having two members can be having two members can be um was gonna be punishable for tasteless. Especially since like if you jump to the dynamo, that would keep you a little bit alive longer. But I think they kind of got too desperate there, and
Yeah, they rushed that a little.
yeah. But yeah, it seems like we may see a reset. I think. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a bit of a redo. I think I honestly forgot the rules. It's been a while since I left. It's been a while since me and my team finished LUTI, so I don't remember.
It might be too late actually because those points were past. How do you say? They were past the halfway point, and I think it's
Oh,
actually if it's past 30. I need to double check this. It's also been a while since I've looked at it.
yeah. I guess while we wait for that, by the looks of it, it seems like they are gonna continue. They're actually gonna do Makomart Zone still. So yeah, we definitely noticed like some very we definitely had noticed a turnaround coming in from Lake Effect. I think with Corey's 52 gal and having Daniel by their side, I have a feeling that we're gonna see like another explosive start coming in from them. I am honestly not too sure, but I think we are gonna have the game number 5 back in action again.
Yeah, I wonder if things will be different this time around. Like if Tasteless might make some adjustments and put that kind of more explosive opening, but we'll see.
Yeah, and yeah, based on the looks of it, things are looking pretty neutral for now. We did see Daniel trying to rush up a little bit, but they did get taken down by, I believe, Besco here, and I think also I think Ninja and Nier also did get taken down by one of the players of Lake Effect here. So yeah, so far things are neutral for now, but I say that Chu and Daniel and pretty much all the members of Lake Effect are pretty much repeating themselves what they did earlier. And now I think we're gonna see them getting in the spawn area. We see a very bold crab coming in from Chu, using it in spawn there. Absolutely insane there.
Yeah, it gets canceled in the end, and now Lake Effect is 3 down, but that being said, the zone still hasn't been capped. It is now, and with 3 down on Lake Effect, it's time to see if Tasteless is going to kind of take the same approach of trying to get in their face, in their base, or if they're gonna kind of hang back and try to play more defensively.
Yeah, and I hope that they. Oh, oh
Was
my
that a
God!
double with the dynamo?
It was a double. That was absolutely insane there. Lyric just absolutely throwing off the members of Lake Effect, and yeah, they're kind of doing exactly like what they did in Urchin Zone, just being the anchor here and just trying to throw the members off of
Yeah.
of Lake Effect.
Yeah, with only 10 seconds left, I don't know if they have the pain or the members to kind of take back that zone.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think they definitely got a bit. I think they definitely learned from their mistakes in when they did the first attempt in Mako zones here. I think they now know not to get too desperate for jumps, not to get too greedy or anything. And I think they certainly were doing. I think they were able to jump to the Dynamo Lyric, and they were able to get a successful push going.
Yeah, it definitely seemed to work out in their favor. Especially towards the end there. It looks like the queue was kind of on the other foot as the members of Lake Effect kind of trickle in, and they did a pretty good job of like collapsing on each one.
Yeah, and It looks like, wait a minute. Yeah, so far, right now, the score is, 3, I believe, or 3-2? Yeah, 3-2. So yeah, definitely, this is definitely gonna be a bit of a crazy, next couple of games, I feel like. But we're not gonna dwell on the future. We're gonna focus on the here and now. We got scorched clams. I honestly don't expect a lot of changes, but I don't know. We may see some potential changes here. But I think Lake Effect might have to do something, especially have to have like a successful push as well too. Yeah, like a lot of they have to really figure out something in order to get not only a successful push going, but also just make sure to have that awareness running as well.
Definitely. This might be a kind of a new feeling for Lake Effect because I noticed that they actually never dropped more than 2 games in any of their other sets. In fact, they only dropped 4 maps in their entire LUTI run up to now. So now they're in the position of having to figure out how to really pull ahead of an evenly matched opponent.
Yeah, definitely. And I am noticing a change from the side of Lake Effect. Corey running in the pencil. I honestly definitely wasn't expecting a pencil in Lake Effect's comp. You know, especially since they definitely were thriving a lot with their usual comp that they ran in the last couple of games.
Yeah, we'll see if it works out for them, but it's so far it looked like things are coming up tasteless as they get the first score. They're keeping this basket open for a while, and with that hammer and everyone kind of clumped up, you know, it could have gotten a lot, but it's also very, you know, just ultra stamp things for them all to collapse on him and cancel it immediately too.
Yeah. And, yeah, with that being said, that is the end of the push for the side of Tasteless. Besco kind of getting a bit too greedy there, but Corey was able to was able to catch that and punish them as well. Strikes coming in to shred the bubbler here. But it looks like Lake Effect now has the upper hand here, able to get able to get a potential push going, but Besco, despite getting punished, they are doing an incredible job just taking out the members of Lake Effect, and now we're kind of coming back to neutral here and a potential push into Lake Effect's basket.
Yeah, you know, he really came back swinging, getting that flow aura right off the bat. Ninja cancels Choose Crab here, however, it doesn't get the splat on her quite yet. But with that clam economy firmly in the side of Tasteless, this could be setting up for a really scary push.
Yeah, the strikes come out, but unfortunately though, I think the strikes were a little too early as the members of Tasteless weren't able to go in. But as I say that, Besco able to take the bridge flank, and I guess they're kind of just now skirmishing a little bit, just trying to paint up for their whale, which they unleash. And we see, and I think this might be good enough to let the members of Tasteless to go in. But Lake Effect is doing a really solid job, just having again, it's their awareness. Like, it's really just showing a lot over the last couple of games here. Like, they are really just keeping that awareness going, and just making sure that they don't get let the members of Tasteless to go in. And we see Ninja trying to take out Corey, but Corey was able to take them out, and potential push might possibly come in from the side of Lake Effect.
Yeah, they do go 2 down, and but the Aaron and Daniel are doing a good job of keeping their hold in mid. They're not getting pushed back too far, giving the other team, giving Lake Effect a chance to kind of build up some clams, build up some footballs. Aaron is going in, doesn't quite find anything yet. But with this bubble here, and finding 2 down, this might be their chance to make a push.
Yeah, and seems like I think yeah, I think that even though like the AA Ron was able to get a good distraction going, unfortunately though, I think the members of Lake Effect didn't have enough clams ready to go for a push to go. But there's still hope for them, especially with only 50 seconds remaining here. We see the crab being ready, and AA Ron trying to go in and get a flank. They are able to take out Besco, and another member does go down on the side of Tasteless here. Daniel just trying to pressure the members of Lake Effect out of position here. This could be a potential lead swap.
Yeah, especially now that they're keeping this basket open. Unfortunately, with Corey as the last one with just the pencil, I think it's going to be hard. They will have overtime as long as they can hold on to this football, however.
Yeah, and yeah, this isn't, even though like this is a little dire for on Lake Effect's side. There's still hope, especially since this lead isn't that far to flip. We see the members of Tasteless using their specials here, but it seems like yeah, I feel like they're just using their specials as like punishment here. AA Ron trying to flank here, but I think they got taken down. I think the flank got unfortunately caught there, and yeah, I think the members of Lake Effect were kind of being a little too like, I guess, hesitant. I'm not sure if that's the right word to say it. I think they got too hesitant to try to get a potential push going, especially with all the specials being used by Tasteless, and that kind of resulted in them kind of losing a lot of time in overtime.
Yeah, definitely. They did have numbers advantages a couple times during that match, but they weren't quite coordinated in terms of having the clams and kind of going in together.
Yeah, and it seems like yeah, it really all comes down to the final showdown, to potentially the final showdown, which is going to be potentially be our match point of this set here, and that is tower control on Undertow Spillway here. So really, all Lake Effect needs to do in order to have successful pushes is definitely have more coordination here. Like, even though they are having great awareness there, it is definitely really up to the special coordination and even their team coordination to really keep them going in these next couple of games here. So hopefully we can see some of that in this upcoming game here. I definitely have a feeling that we may see their returning comp, especially since, like, with what they ran in Scorched Gorge, I think they definitely might have had that realization that, okay, maybe we shouldn't use a pen. I think we should stick with our Old Faithful comp, and yeah, we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, ooh, but it looks like the heavy edit is coming out for the first time. And the heavy splatling from AA Ron.
Wow.
I did not see that coming. That's a real change. It looks like they're going back to their coolerless comp. Which they've proven that they're able to fight with that. They've beaten Tasteless, I think, with the coolerless comp before.
Yeah. Oh, you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no! Yeah, looks like they're gonna get that first push.
Ooh, yeah. Wow, an incredible. Yeah, that is absolutely an incredible start for Lake Effect here. Like, even though like they are running a heavy splatling though, I think like I feel like what they're trying to go for is have the heavy be the aggressor here, and just trying to like assist both Daniel and I believe Corey here, but I think there might have been some unfortunate positioning there, as all of them were a little bit scattered, not continuing the push on tower here. And sure enough, I think we're going to see another push coming in from Tasteless here. Although I think things are kind of looking pretty neutral for now, so I think they're just trying to pressure the members of Lake Effect out of position.
Yeah, we did see those strikes come out, not quite find anyone, but they do go 2 down on Lake Effect. That said, they dish right back, and suddenly Tasteless is 3 down. That's a soft wipe. As Lake Effect starts to push again.
Yeah, and we can thank Corey for that. Corey just coming back again with the 52 gal. I think, yeah, definitely just making sure, just really just doing the same thing as what they did in Rainmaker Humpback, and just throwing them off their game and just being a skirmisher. And yeah, we did see the members that were riding tower taken down. But
oh my goodness.
This isn't stopping Corey though, as they're keeping the push alive. But Tasteless did get a wipeout, and still though, incredible push from Lake Effect.
Incredible, yeah. Now they have to not only wait for that tower to get all the way back to mid, then they have to keep pushing it. The couple members of Lake Effect are going down. A third one goes down with that hammer. As Tasteless gets their first real push game.
Yeah, and we see AA Ron with the heavy splatling in a really good position here to really stall out the members of Tasteless from going in. But I think they don't need to worry about getting their position set up, as Daniel is able to just rush in and pressure all of the members of Tasteless back into their plat area. And we see Besco trying to push up a little bit here and trying to take out the crab, and sure enough they did here. And yeah, I think because of that, this will now let the members of Tasteless try to get another push going here. Yeah, like, they're absolutely just keeping an eye out on anyone from Lake Effect just trying to push up here. And wow, they are absolutely doing a good job knowing their own fights as well.
Yeah, things were looking really scary for them for a while, but they are really, they didn't let that get them down. They're pushing it and, serving it right back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, you go ahead, sorry.
Oh, and I was gonna say, Ninja's hammers have been on point today. He's been getting so much with each hammer.
Yeah, just a lot of amazing, moments that that the members of Tasteless are doing right now. They did get taken out though, which is gonna push the tower back into neutral right now. But I think Tasteless is doing exactly what they're doing before, just knowing their own fights and just continue it that way. And we see Daniel trying to flank, but they did get caught and unfortunately gets taken down. And yeah, it's really just up to Lake Effect to have. Whoa! Incredible double there coming in from Corey. Yeah, I thought things were gonna be
and a triple.
Oh, I thought things were gonna be very dire.
And a quad.
My goodness, Corey. Chill
pop
out.
Off, Corey.
Chill out, but pop off at the same time. Let us commentators speak. Oh
yeah,
God.
that's gonna be really devastating with only, a couple seconds left on the clock.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, Lake Effect on a roll here, just absolutely just having incredible defense, and just of course just having those moments where they have an opening and just take it. And sure enough, were able to get a successful lead, as they were also just doing an incredible job having that defense and having those opening opportunities whenever they present themselves. And we're still going, Meowser.
We're still going. Yeah, it might still be match point in Tasteless' favor right now, but 3-4, that is a very close game indeed.
Yeah, I think they're finally starting to get their starting to find their rhythm here. Yeah, they are definitely just making sure that they have um that sort of rhythm going, especially in the next game here. And yeah, like they just gotta keep that momentum going here. But anyways, we have Museum Delfoncino Rainmaker.
This is a stage that really favors long-range weapons in general, so I do wonder if we'll see that Snipe Rider coming back, but so far, except for the Snipe Rider in that, I think only one game, right? They've been playing pretty short-range comps, both of them.
Yeah, we did notice that they were running the Splatlings, and I guess it makes sense, especially for Tower Undertow, because of how much like high ground there is. So I guess they wanted to run like a Splatling or some sort of backline just to make sure that they have like that sort of high ground advantage for them whenever, especially on the second checkpoint, because that is such a crucial area. But enough dwelling on the past. We are here to focus on Rainmaker, Museum, and it seems like both these teams are kind of just sticking to what they ran in the last game, which makes sense, especially as you said, Meowser. They want to run a bit more long range just to make sure they have enough flexibility.
Yeah, Besco going in, trying to get that cheeky flank, but it doesn't quite work out for them as he gets caught out early on. However, it's still looking pretty neutral here in mid.
Yeah, and we did see the member one. I think AA Ron just trying to pick up the Rainmaker, but Besco, doing what Besco loves doing, trying to go in and take anyone down whenever that they see. But yeah, this wasn't enough for This wasn't enough for them and Tasteless, as Lake Effect were able to break the first checkpoint here. But I don't know if this is just me, Meowser, but I feel like this will be kind of similar to what we might expect in Humpback Rainmaker, especially with even though like they got the first checkpoint, I feel like it's not good enough to get a good lead, even when getting a few points past that checkpoint.
Definitely. They did have kind of a bit of an opening there, but it unfortunately wasn't enough. As that's a wipeout.
Amazing wipeout. This now gives the opportunity for Tasteless to go in right now, and they were able to get not one but two members on Lake Effect here. But Daniel was able to flank in and trying to throw off the members of Lake Effect or Tasteless here. Sorry, and yeah, but unfortunately, though, they did get taken out here, and unfortunately, this is exactly what we expected here. That the lead was able to swap, though, despite the checkpoint being broken anyway, and yeah, Tasteless is absolutely just feeling... I guess they're kind of feeling comfortable with what they are in right now, but they're kind of being a bit ambitious here and trying to get a potential push going, but I think that would be the end of it.
Yeah, looks like they've mostly come off the plat. However, that Rainmaker just reset, so it might be an opportunity here for Lake Effect with that crab coming out.
Yeah, and I think this is good enough for the members of Lake Effect to try to get a potential push going here. They do gotta be careful with the flank from Ninjaneer here, but I think they definitely had that awareness on keeping an eye on Ninjaneer, but I think they were kind of worried about Ninjaneer that they kind of just booked it, and sure enough, they got punished in the process here. And we see, I believe, Tasteless kind of going in and trying to get another push going, but I think that was bit too greedy on their end because I feel like some of the members were not ready while the others were kind of just wanting to go in, and yeah, I think because of that they got really punished hard.
Yeah, they got kind of split up, and now Lake Effect is already back on their plot. With 2 down, this is looking pretty dangerous for Tasteless. Ooh, and that's so close to getting the lead, but this hammer might stop things in their tracks.
Ooh, I thought for a second there, like, they were going to get the rain. I thought for a second there that she was going to, like, stop the Rainmaker carrier when they were immediately going to grab it, but I think, yeah, I think they kind of played it safe here, and you know what, fair enough, though, because, like, oh, Besco coming in with the flank here and just grabbing the Rainmaker, just trying to throw off the members of Lake Effect here, but there's a wipeout!
Yeah, I see the vision, but you know, it may not end up paying off for them as they're already getting the lead.
God. You go ahead, continue, Yowzer.
Oh my god, I am speechless. Like, yeah, that, I saw the vision, but with getting that wipeout, that really opened things right up for Lake Effect.
Yeah, that was... Honestly, I was at a loss for words, which is why, like, I wanted you to continue this for me. But, yeah, like... I honestly don't know what happened the moment when Vesco, like, grabbed the Rainmaker and got taken out by Chu. But this wipeout was the saving grace for Lake Effect, as they were able to just go into their spawn and just try their best in becoming the defensive wall, and it worked out splendidly for them. And sure enough, they got game number 8 in their favor, which means
Game 9.
yeah, oh my god.
Which do come true.
Yeah,
but yeah, that was really good. Like, they saw that opening and they took it. If they had hesitated for a little bit, they might not have been able to get the lead there, as the members of Tasteless would come back up.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing here. Like, I honestly was, yeah, I don't know, like, I'm still at a loss for words here. Yeah, like, it absolutely just amazes me, like, what true potential that both these teams have, and even just the unpredictability, like, that they kind of show from time to time. Like, all of them have their moments, and they always really surprise us, like, every single game. So
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I am honestly just way excited here, and yeah, and especially since we got a game 9 here, folks. Let's see what the final showdown will be.
Looks like we're going to zones on Umami Ruins. What would you expect to come out here? Do you think we'll be sticking with the same comps? I mean, it seems to be working for them.
I definitely think we are gonna see the same weapons coming in Umami. So I won't expect a whole lot of changes, but if they do, though, I am not totally mad about it. I mean, if you want to end off, like, not only a Division 9 set, but also the end of LUTI, you gotta go off with a bang. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely true. 100%.
But even though, like, even if we may not see it, that's alright, though. You obviously gotta stick with your old faithful comp, regardless, but anyways, folks, we got game number 9 about to commence here, and yeah, even though I am a little upset that we won't see anything unusual that can go off with a bang, I'm okay with that still, because we are going to see some crazy unpredictable action here.
100%. That Dynamo's coming back. Haven't seen that in a while. But keeping that cooler option open while Lake Effect is still running coolerless. It doesn't seem to be holding them back too much, though, as they get the first cap.
Yeah, Chu absolutely just straight up went in and just said hello there and just absolutely took out 2 of the members from Tasteless here. Um, yeah, that was definitely something I wasn't expecting, but yeah, so far things are kind of looking pretty good for Lake Effect. But as I say that, two of the specials were thrown at them from Tasteless here, and yeah, even despite that though, Daniel is really just holding strong, being the only surviving member of Lake Effect, and yeah, they were able to pressure Ninjaneer off of the mid here, and it seems like Tasteless are gonna have to redo their retake here, but oh my god, here Daniel is just absolutely feeling it right now.
Definitely, with that flow aura active, those points are taking down fast.
Yeah. Go
The
ahead, sorry.
strikes are coming out here, and so is the cooler, but I don't know, that timer is really going down. With two zones, it can be so hard to retake both and hit them with that penalty.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my gosh, oh my
oh
gosh,
my
oh my
god,
gosh. Oh, but
oh
only
my
one
god,
down, only one left alive.
yeah, and oh wow. Oh my goodness, Tasteless coming in with that clutch play there.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I thought I was like mentally like, oh my god, do I need to get ready to say goodbye? But
Yeah, I think we both had that. We both had that in mind as well. But despite that, though, that was an incredible clutch play coming in from Tasteless. Like, we thought for a second things were gonna be really dire for them, but it wasn't that. It wasn't all that bad. Unfortunately, it wasn't all that bad. Unfortunately, they were able to get good plays. And just able to retake the zone here. They do, however, have a long way to go here. So we're gonna probably see some crazy like clashes in neutral here, but yeah, it seems like yeah, they're kind of getting a bit too desperate here. I feel like from what I could tell, I don't know.
yeah, they've been doing a good job of trying to like coordinate their specials to break out of this this notoriously difficult retake, but
Oh,
yeah.
I
I
didn't
don't
pay.
talk fast enough.
I honestly didn't notice. I honestly didn't notice the time was ticking down.
We're just having too much fun, right?
Yeah, totally.
But
But
there we have it, your Division 9 champions for LUTI Season 17, Lake Effect.
my goodness, that was absolutely an incredible like set to watch here. Yeah, I feel like yeah, every time whenever LUTI ends, whenever the LUTI streams end, like the official LUTI runs end, it always ends up with a specific div team that goes to a game 9. And yeah, it's absolutely kind of insane, but yeah, like honestly though, despite everything that happened, like both teams absolutely did an incredible job here. Like they really showed us how they got here. They even got here in the first place, and I'm just so absolutely beyond proud of both of them for just coming in, and showing us what they're made out of, and yeah, like both of them just really demonstrated both their strengths and weaknesses, like throughout this entire set.
100%. Uh, they were definitely both bringing their A game for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was honestly like so incredible to watch, and congratulations again to Lake Effect on your amazing Division 9 victory here, and to Tasteless, despite the tough loss there, you guys absolutely did an incredible job, and yeah, like you really just kept on showing showing us some of your greatest moments throughout this entire set, and yeah, you really, and honestly though, give yourselves a pat on the back as well, as second place is still good, especially since especially on LUTI and everything, and yeah, something to be proud of as well too.
Yeah, great job all around. Like that was such an incredible game, and I'm honored to be part of such like an explosive way to end LUTI season 17. It
Yeah.
looks,
Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
yeah. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
uh, I was just gonna say, I think some of the SplatoonTourney staff will be joining us shortly. Uh, do you have any? I don't want to say last words. That sounds so like grim. But like, do you have
No.
anything you want to say?
No. No. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. Yeah. If you all are interested, yeah, you guys can follow me on Blue Sky and Twitch. My goodness, I am absolutely feeling very tired, Meowser. Like, it's a Monday. It's literally a Monday. Finals just hitting me right now, and I low-key am just losing my mind, especially during this entire set, even though, like, it's been fun to watch. But anyways, y'all can find me on Blue Sky and on Twitch, at Siberino. And if you want to see more team action, you guys can follow me on, follow my team at Appreciation Collective. But what about you, Dr. Meowser? Where can the lovely people in chat find you?
Yeah, I'm also on Blue Sky at Dr. Meowser. Pretty easy to remember. um, yeah, feel free to give me a follow. Say hi if we run into each other in open. And I think we'll be taking a short break before Karen, Falco, and Seth will be joining us to say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, everyone. We hope you all had enjoyed this amazing LUTI set. But for now, this is Sid and Dr. Meowser signing off, and we hope you all have a good time zone. Have a good one, everyone.
See ya!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our final broadcast here on LUTI tonight. First of all, thank you, Sabrina and Dr. Meowser, for closing us out on a fantastic Division 9 finals. Again, it's rare we have a Monday stream, but it's so great that we could close it out with one extra day. And this has been a record-setting LUTI Tonight season for all of us here on LUTI Tonight. It's been so fun. And joining me tonight are, for a final few words, again, we're not going to be here late, I promise. Like, no more than 5 or 10 minutes, promise. Saf still has Indian food that she needs to eat, so we can't keep her waiting too much longer. But Keon and Saf, I just want to thank you both so much for joining us on this journey of our LUTI Tonight adventures. We have broadcast a record-breaking 130 plus LUTI sets this season. Keon, you're the one who tallied that up for us, and what I want your opinion on what that means to you for how many matches we could bring. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel proud again. Since joining this group, I think a couple of years ago, and then still going on and realizing how many sets have we broadcasted on SplatoonTourney across SplatoonTourney 2 and 3, and I'm just like the number just keeps on growing higher. It's
I know you're not forgetting about my boy Splatoon 1, okay? Splatoon 1 put in some work this year too, okay? Don't get it twisted.
This year? Splatoon 1 only did the LCS.
Yeah.
Splatoon 1
she deserves her flowers. She deserves her
flowers.
That
is a separate entity. We're talking about LUTI Tonight. Oh, either way.
I won't forget. I'm not going to forget about her.
I know.
You guys
well, okay,
can, but I won't.
Especially because Saf had the inaugural last SplatoonTourney 1 stream prior to bringing it back for
we go
the
way
LCS, which, by the way, was only a week ago. Crazy to think about.
Right?
But so there's a lot of things from this season that we improved on from last season, and I definitely want to give a few shout-outs to certain people. One of the major overhauls that we did this season was to bring on schedulers. So these are the people who each week they were the ones who actually sought out matches for us to stream, and previously it would pretty much be me and Keon who would take care of that. And we realized, hey, that's a lot for us to take on. So at the very beginning of the season, we had applications for people who wanted or who were willing to find matches for us to broadcast, and it has been probably the biggest help so far this season. So I wanted to highlight a few individuals in particular who helped us do this pretty much every week. These people were more often than not, more often of the days of the week than not, they were working on finding matches. And those big shout outs go to DHVF, Electro J, Sofa King, Strings, and Yoko Poke. Those 5 members have done tremendous work to get our matches broadcast. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have all of these matches streamed. And this is one of the only seasons, I think, that we had matches Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all through the regular season of LUTI. That was the only time we've ever done that. You know, we say like, oh, we want to stream matches at these times, but this season in particular was the only one we kept true to that word until playoffs finally happened when we had a reduced number of matches. So the 5 of you, thank you so much for all of your work. I'm going to give you guys shout outs in our Discord server, by the way, don't worry. But also, I wanted to say thank you to our streamers. A lot of these streamers are people who have returned from the previous season, but again, without them, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have these matches streamed. So, Tonic, Alphine, Wings, Jarian, who's our streamer tonight, by the way, who's done more streams than anybody who has done on LUTI Tonight. Pipe Dream and Rice, thank you, the 6 of you, for what you have done. You guys put in hours and hours of work for the broadcasts too, and that's hours on the weekends, sometimes multiple hours throughout the week, and it's truly a pleasure that we could have you both, or all 6 of you guys, on for our broadcast and for what you do, because that's such a thankless task, you know? The streamers are doing multiple things. Saf, you streamed quite a few times last season.
Sure
you
did.
can speak from experience how difficult it is to manage everything that's going on.
And to get hit back to back with game 9 after game 9, it's rough out here. And then learning how to spec cam too, it's hard. It's hard to balance everything.
Right. And so we, again, greatly appreciate all the streamers who set it up. And Keon, for you in particular, you kind of led the day-to-day operations of doing the social promos, doing all of the setup, making sure that the streamers and commentators are set up. So I wanted to give a special thank you to you in particular for taking care of all of that, especially for doing this for another season. Again, I know I gave you some more roles as soon as my son was born 2 years ago, by the way, which is crazy. So again, I just wanted to personally thank you for all that you have done this season.
And I want to just chime in real quick. I know 2 years ago, your son has made it out here, but of course you have to spend a lot of time. So it was, days can be stressful 2 years ago, and it's gotten a lot. But thankfully, after being around a lot longer, I got the hang of it. And yeah, but most of it is definitely my huge shouts for sure, streamers and schedulers, as you noted, and obviously you two for still manning the ship while my sanity was slowly slipping away occasionally.
Hey, it's been a very busy 2 months. Of course, this happened at the
Yeah.
very same time as the LCS. It's been extremely busy, but we're glad we could get it all done. And Keon, you are the one who tallied up all of the numbers of sets that we have broadcast. And we've broadcasted multiple sets from every division across LUTI. Again, there are 12 divisions throughout LUTI. And which division did we broadcast the most matches from?
Division 6. Ding, 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 everybody. You're the winners with the numbers almost at the 20s, but believe it or not. I think my shoutouts, by the way, from Division 6 was groups D. If you were placing groups D, E, or F, respectively. Apparently, you guys really wanted to be on stream, and we appreciate it as well. So, hey, those are my special shoutouts to those specific groups, but Division 6 just took it home by a country mile. The next one up, by the way, is Division 4, Falco, as well.
All right, that's so fun to hear. And we had the pleasure of broadcasting I think 10 of the 12 division finals. Unfortunately, we couldn't broadcast Division 3 and Division 5. They just happened at times we didn't have streamers available, but we were able to bring you a lot of the broadcasts here. And by the way, out of all the commentators that we've had, this is the largest organization for Splatoon commentators, especially commentators making their debut. On our file, we have 88 separate people who are signed up as commentators here for LUTI tonight. Name another organization that is at that level that can say they have that many commentators. Now, did all of them commentate this season? No, they did not. But to have that number available, a lot of organizations, they struggle to find the commentators. It was very rare that we had to seek out people to commentate because they're so eager to commentate LUTI sets. And Saf, what does that say to you about what that means to commentate a set like LUTI? I'll say opposed to another tournament. And again, not that I'm saying there's anything bad about the other tournaments that happen, but like for LUTI tonight in particular, what does that mean for those commentators?
Well, I think what makes LUTI tonight so special is that we can actually now track previous leagues and actually pinpoint and go back to games and talk about stats. And especially if people go into the next season and keep following up on season. So we have a historic record here of who has played where, if they ended up in the next division the next season. So for to have this many folks coming through here and either trying to test their commentary, trying to learn analysis, trying to do analysis desk type stuff, hosting, LUTI tonight really gives you the opportunity to try your hand at so many different things and build a social skill. And so I just think that something about that is so powerful to have. 88 people is a lot of people. Like, think about that at a LAN. 88 people in one room. It's like, that is a lot of people. So
right.
Yeah, having that many people just available throughout the seasons is pretty wild. And just also the willingness to do it.
Right. And again, for a lot of newer commentators, it's very easy to dip your toes into. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into. You're dedicated to an hour. You know what teams are playing ahead of time, too. So you can do the research, all that. And it really makes it a great way to get into commentary. So again, I want to thank you both for your support and kind of onboarding some of the commentators. But again, this is our closing thoughts here on the LUTI season. Also, by the way, huge thank you to the LUTI TOs. They don't have anything to do with the broadcast. It's just us who are doing it. But they are the ones, if this wasn't happening, if LUTI was not happening, we would have nothing to stream. So thank you, Toasty. Thank you, Toma. And all of the other LUTI TOs. Toasty, I see you there in chat. Big thank you to you as well, or in addition. So thank you very much. And again, I know that you both and a lot of the other staff members have put in a lot of work, and pat yourselves on the back now that the season's over, because again, a lot has happened over this course of the 2 months. Before we sign off, Keon, any final closing thoughts from you?
Well, I'm glad to join the group ever since I've hopped in about a couple years ago. It's always been a lot of fun to do this, even if especially the day-to-day. I think what gives me a lot of life here, especially with LUTI tonight, is obviously seeing all the different commentators get to jump in on stuff, doing all the LUTI sets. And especially just being able to cast a general best of 9 or anything like that. So it's always fun to see what people bring to the table overall. And Falco, I'm still going to continue to reiterate, the people that have really helped our workload the bunch, the schedulers, still get my honest thanks. That's my closing thoughts.
Right. Again, this is the first year we've had the schedulers, which allow us to broadcast all these matches, take the load off of Keon and I a little bit, and bring you guys more matches. Saf, closing thoughts here for our LUTI season from you.
Another great one to put in the books. Thank you so much to everybody that came through to help us. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the viewers. I mean, oh my gosh, like you all are the reason that we do this and put this together, because we want you to see what's going on in the league. That is one of the largest grassroots things that this community has done. And we want you to have that coverage. And we're glad that your support drives us to give you that coverage. So thank you all around for being here. Peace, love, LUTI tonight, baby.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Saf. And again, like you said, if it weren't for the viewers, we wouldn't be here. If you guys didn't watch LUTI matches, we wouldn't be streaming them. So thank you for the continued growth throughout this entire season. But that is going to be it for our final sign-off tonight here for Season 17 of LUTI. This is our 5th time broadcasting a season of LUTI tonight. So for a final time this season, thank you all for watching LUTI tonight on SplatoonTourney. Take care.